friends, happy Friday. I am going to attempt to do some kind of daily life vlogging today. I will also film an episode, so these videos will just pop before, after, whatever. I'm sure we're all finding new normals, and that is certainly the case here. I feel like I am looking at the new normal with clenched fists and being dragged towards it, kicking and screaming. So because of that, I feel like I'm trying to just acknowledge that it's not going to be the same. Life may not be the same for a while or ever, but there's amazing beauty to be found in the change. Our environment is clearing and cleaner, and we are able to spend so much time with those that are the most important to us. And yeah, so looking at those as the positives, I'm just trying to take one day at a time, right? So I hope that you all, where you are doing the same. I have some washing of yarn to do. I have some winding of yarn to do. I have some labeling, lots of shipping. I need to try to get as many packages out today for from the birthday sale and from quinceañera pre-orders. So I will take you with me a little bit, and you can see what I'm up to. Hey y'all. Welcome to the Suburban Stitcher podcast. It is April 3rd, 2020. We are 3 days into April, right after what I'm pretty sure is the longest March in recorded history. I hope that you all are well, that you are all safe and healthy and inside and taking care of yourselves. I am going to be putting in little videos, little just snippets here and there. I've decided today that I was going to just do like some videos, kind of like a vlogging-esque, just as I do things throughout the day. We'll see how much of that I get done. Yeah. But let's talk knitting. I feel like that's why you're here, is for the distraction of knitting. So I will talk about the knitting that I've been doing. Let me reach forward here. I have a project that I have completed the knitting on except for the bind off. So I am so excited to finally be at this stage with this project. This is my Sereno Symphony, and I picked this up sometime early to mid-March. I don't know exactly when, and basically have knit from about here to the end. It's taken me quite a long time. I have not had a lot of knitting time because of actually not having time, and then also just kind of the funk. I think the general funk that many of us have found ourselves floating in and out of over the last 30 days or so. So yeah, so this is it. The yarn that obviously it is still like really, really scrunched up on needle, so there's no way to show off the shape. But this is Sereno Symphony by Stephen West. The yarn that I used is the pink background. There we go, I'll get it a little closer. The pink background speckly color is taffy in the single ply fingering weight yarn from Hedgehog Fibers. And then I have 3 colors of Ching fiber Melted Baby Surrey. This is, the first color is this kind of vanilla cream color. I don't remember any of the names of these, but they're on my project page. The second color is this beautiful aqua teal. And the third color is this beautiful toffee brown. One of the reasons that I feel like, well, there's many reasons that this felt like exactly what I needed, is because every little section, every 10 or 12 rows, I feel like the section changed and you had to pay attention to what was happening. Even in this garter section, you were doing short rows and eyelets and yarn overs, and like you had to pay attention. And so it was requiring some focus. So that was really nice and helpful for distracting knitting. And then it also took a very long time because the last stitch count, I believe, is about 635 stitches. So there's a lot. That's a really, really long I-cord bind off that will take several days of, this will be several days worth of my Zoom knitting with my little knit groups that I meet with. One of them nearly every day, the Modern Skein in Montgomery, Texas, and then the other one is, we just started this week. It's my local knit group. We started yesterday, and then we have another one on Monday. But Sereno Symphony is nearly done. The colors are comforting. Oh, what I was saying about why I think it was like the perfect knitting and distraction is, one, the sections were like just intense enough but short enough that it just kind of kept me going. The second reason is that the colors, I feel like this is like Diane happy colors. Like my, I don't know, there's like pink speckles and confetti colors, and then this mustard, like toffees and mustards and olives I really love. So yeah, this just felt really nice. And I'm going to be sad when it's done because I have enjoyed it. So that is one project. Something I was knitting last time for sure, and then it has sadly gotten set aside again because I've needed different things, is this sweater that was intended to be a sample for DFW, and that festival, along with many, many, many other things around the world, have been canceled or postponed or canceled completely. And DFW was one of those. So this is a sweater. I don't even know the best way to show this. It's kind of... Okay, so it's knit from the bottom up. This is the Worsted Sock Arms by Telly Bean Knits. I have knit the body from... It's the bottom up, so I've knit the body up to the underarms. I think I am knitting it many inches shorter than the original calls for, because my perfect kind of length for a sweater, I feel that looks the most flattering on me, is somewhere in the 11 to 12 inch under the arms. So that's what I did here. And then you separate to be able to knit the front and the back separately. I can't remember if this is the front or the back. It's whichever the first one is. I feel like it's the front maybe, but again, it's been so long I don't even remember. But this is the front. So from there to there, there's been a little bit of shaping happening. And so I've knit that much of the front. I believe pretty soon I do something bind off in the middle maybe, and then start shaping up the sides to get to the shoulders. But this will get done eventually. The yarn is too beautiful. This is Suburban Stitcher Merino DK in the Demure colorway. So I just wanted to give an update on that, and eventually it will get done, but it is not the thing that has been pulling my attention. I have found that I am really craving things that require a lot of attention and a lot of detail. Some people want easy, comforting, like I don't have to think about it, I can just sit here and mindlessly knit. And I think I'm the opposite. I need something that I have to sit down and like count each row, make sure I'm doing this really weird stitch pattern correctly, or color work where I'm having to pay attention to each and every color change. So, so that is kind of what I've been doing. That shawl fit that category because it just changed so much, and each little motif was something new for me. So I have one thing that I started. I believe I started it March 13th, Friday the 13th, which is, I feel like the day that the country got it. Got it in the sense that, oh, this is real. Like Friday the 13th. So I feel like that was the first day, for whatever reason, at least here where I live, that was the day that people kind of went, oh crap, this could be bad. So that day I actually went up to the Modern Skein to celebrate her 2nd anniversary. We were all very socially distant, and but I went up to support her and celebrate with her, and that's my friend Sharon, and also buy some yarn. Because that's what I do when I'm stressed, is I spend money like it's water. So let me show you what I got and what I started, and that I have not put even one stitch in since that weekend. So to start with, let me show you, I had this, and this is, I have 4 skeins of this Spin Cycle dyed in the wool. It's the Ghost Ranch colorway, which is a gorgeous, oh, it wants to focus on that sweater back there. Oh, oh my gosh, you'd think I'd never done this before. There we go. Maybe that'll do it. Can we even figure this out? What is happening? Oh my gosh, you guys. Really? Anyway, does it matter? No. Here we go. Here's the color. It's just got these really dark, moody, kind of rainbowy, but dark rainbow. And I went up to the Modern Skein. She carries a little bit of Farmer's Daughter's fiber, and I picked out this gorgeous, really dark navy blue, kind of, it's navy blue, but it's almost like a slate, dark slate teal navy. Does that make any sense at all? Anyway, I just thought that was a really good, moody fall sweater. So I had these, and I purchased these to go with it, a sweater quantity. And I have been wanting to knit the Guthrie sweater for a very long time. So I started it, and I think it looks fabulous so far. I have not knit on it in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but that's okay. But this is it. So this is the Farmer's Daughter fiber tweed in, what colorway? I've got Dreams to Remember colorway, and then the Spin Cycle is Ghost Ranch. And here is the skein that I'm working from, all twisted up or skeined up. It's so gorgeous. I'm really excited to see this little rainbow progression through the yarn. You can see it's kind of started off with a little bit of orange, and then it's moving in towards a red down here. But yeah, I really love it. I need to maybe either switch my needles, or I don't know what's happening. It just feels, I don't know, I remember it felt like tight or something when I was knitting with it. So anyway, I need to get that back kind of in the rotation, because I know I will love it. The next thing that I started last week is also, oh my gosh, so much yarn everywhere. Is also a colorwork sweater with spin cycle and something else. Because that's what makes me happy right now, guys, and that's fine. I think we all need to do what makes us happy, whatever that is for us. And for right now, that's starting sweaters with spin cycle. Okay, so this is the brand new Throw Over by Andrea Mowry. The yarn that I'm using is this is Brooklyn Tweed Shelter in the sweatshirt colorway, just a really good medium brown. I purchased 5 skeins of this about, I want to say 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, for like at least. And it's been sitting in my stash ever since. And you know, just kind of waiting for the perfect thing. And every time I would think I found the perfect thing, it just wasn't the time, wasn't quite right. And this is the project. I'm so in love with this right now. I cannot even tell you. I have been forcing myself to finish that shawl because I really want to get to working on this because I have more things I want to start. Sweaters with spin cycle. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't help it. Okay, so let's talk the rest of the yarn. So this uses 3 different colors of Dream State. One of the colors I already had, and then 2 colors I purchased from the knitting place in Port Washington, New York. And they Dinah shipped it so quickly to me. So you can see the 3 colors at the top there. The first light pink is Verba Volant. I'm almost positive. And that's this one. And it started with that pretty pale pink, and it's going down to this gradient, kind of a yellow, and then it's going to go into a green and a blue. It's just the pale, most beautiful springy colors that are making me so happy. So that's the first color. And then the second 2 colors are actually the same color, but because of the awesomeness of dye lots and Handspun, they are completely different. So this is the Mississippi Marsala colorway. This is the second one that I'm using in the sweater, and then this is the third one that's a little bit darker. So I think they're going to be beautiful kind of working together in this project. Here's the third one. So I think it's a really pretty light to dark fade. I have not worked on this in a couple of days, again, because I was trying to finish that shawl. But I've done this first little section. I'm just adding in the second color kind of in that flame stitch area. And then I'm just loving watching these colors progress. They make me so happy. So yeah, so this is Throw Over. I am, I'm going to be knitting this with short sleeves, and I think her version is only kind of at that same 11 to 12 inches in the body. So I'm going to prioritize getting the body to the correct length first, and then the sleeves will probably just end up being either capped sleeves or just a few rounds and then ribbing on each of them. Kind of like the Soldatna, just those sleeves that just sort of end where you separate. I think it's going to be perfect. So that's pretty much what I've been knitting. I also wanted to, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm out of breath, which is ridiculous. I've been sitting down all day. It's all this talking. I'm not used to talking to people. Crazy. Okay. So I finished something since the last time I podcasted. I finished this hat. I can't remember. Tillage? Is that the name? Tillage? I don't know. It's on my project pages, but this is knit with the Forbes Rancho 2 Brooklyn tweed, and it was the hat pattern that came out when they released this yarn. I have a bun top knot thing happening. I also have a lot of gray hair. Yeah, it's just, you know, I think we're all in this together, man. Okay, but yeah, like even with, and I have a small head, even with that huge bun at the top, it's still just like a good beanie length. I love it. I have not washed it, so it will grow even more when it's washed. But yeah, it's just really soft and really nice, beautiful wool. So this is done. I will, now that I've shown it off, maybe I'll block it, maybe I won't. I don't think, at least for now, I'm going to worry about it because I like the way it fits, so it doesn't really matter. And I don't want it to grow so much that it's unwearable. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then, sorry, I looked over, my bird feeder just went like, whoo, boom. This really heavy mama cardinal just landed on it. So I don't know if she is getting ready to lay her eggs or what. And the daddy cardinal is in the tree. He might start talking in a minute. He is really noisy. He is so squawky, especially now there's some other little like sparrows kind of flitting around underneath the feeder, getting all the seeds up from the ground. And he gets really angry when there's other birds around. Oh my gosh, I've become the bird lady. So this is the hat. I'm really happy that it's done and I love it. All of my notes and information is on my Ravelry page. I feel like, as I'm sure all of you do, that not all of my brain cells work anymore. So things are on Ravelry, and I will link them in the show notes, which are on my website under the podcast link. I have made some purchases of yarn over the last several weeks, for sure. I chose to purchase several things from my friend Mickey, who is a Thing for String. I usually purchase from her at DFW, and I was not able to go this year, obviously, because it's canceled. It would have been happening, like today would have been the first day. And so I had to get my Mickey gorgeous tonal yarn fix. So this is on her sock base, which is a 75-25 sock. This is the Monet colorway. And this is a merino yak nylon base. And this is, I think, a new one, Moriso colorway. So they're kind of similar, but this one has more like blues and teals. And this is more like purples and magentas and watery colors. Very pretty. This is like, if you like this style, this is everything she does is in this gorgeous painterly way. And then even better, in my opinion, is Mickey's Handspun. I have purchased 2 skeins from her, and then I actually commissioned some Handspun from her last year, and I had to get 2 more skeins. I'm very excited about this one. This is Superwash Chargi, 462 yards, 116 grams. Gorgeous kind of Merlot, burgundy, cranberry color overall with little blips of other colors. And the colorway, oh, it doesn't have a colorway. Oh no, it does. Lantern Rouge. You can see it, Lantern Rouge right there. Maybe, if that focuses, maybe not. There we go. And she is a thing for string. Her handspun goes so quickly, there may not even be any anymore. But she always packages up her handspun like presents in coordinating bags, which just thrills me to no end. And then I got another skein of handspun because of the blend of this one. This one is an 80-20 superwash merino nylon, and it's called Deck the Halls, and it is so pretty. I think this is going to be my first pair of handspun socks. My son saw this and said, "Oh my gosh, Mom, can you make me some socks out of that?" I looked at him like, not just no, but hell no. If the first pair of handspun hand knit socks in this house are mine. Hate to tell you. Yeah. So that is Thing for String. Some of the other people that, and I don't have the things here right now because I've actually been trying to organize my craft room a little bit. But some of the other purchases that I have made from favorite vendors recently, some that were going to be at DFW and some just not, just favorite vendors. October House, I actually just made a purchase today. I have purchased some yarn from the Crafty Jackalope, she's in Vancouver. I've purchased from Yarn Cafe Creations, is that right? Yeah, Yarn Cafe. Some DK weight yarn that's so pretty. Yeah, so I've just been supporting people here and there, getting lovely things. Yeah, just not going out to restaurants, not buying any new clothes, saving lots of money on food and activities. So I'm putting it out into the universe to small businesses on yarn. And on that note, I want to thank everybody who has been supporting my small business. We have had a really exciting few weeks with all of the pink Hokie Bag extravaganza madness. I just am gobsmacked and eternally grateful for all of the love and attention that y'all have shown me for those bags. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let's see. These are two that I'm keeping because I can. So this is the BA bag, which is, it's a bright magenta. It's really that bright, you guys, like that. It's bright pink. The BA bag, which is the original size. And then this is the XL, which is bigger. It's extra large. So it's really more of like a sweater bag. So you can see the difference. There's my screenshot. Yeah, so Hokie Bags have gone amazingly. They are on complete lockdown in Argentina right now, and she cannot even manufacture more bags for the foreseeable future. I know she has a shop update today on some things that were in process before all of this started, and so the ladies were able to finish sewing them, and then they actually mailed them from across the city, I believe, to Hokie to get them to where they could sell them. So you might check for, it was other colors though. It was red and black and gold, and it was not the pink. There are no more pinks in the world to sell. Yet. There will be one day, but not yet. The exciting news is that I will have I don't know if this means that I will be considered a retailer or, you know, for forever, but at least temporarily, you know, while, you know, for temporarily, I will have some of those gorgeous navy blue BA bags. I don't have one here to show. They came in yesterday from Argentina, and they are sitting in my garage, kind of airing out, letting any residual germs or virus bugs die before I go and unpack it and then can do inventory and things like that. But what I do know is it's only this regular original BA size, not the XLs. But there will be some of the navy blue bags coming soon. And I hope that that means that in the future, I will be able to have more bags and some of those exclusive retailer blue colors. Again, I don't know if I will forever be a retailer or if that's just during this, you know, during this isolation time. But for what it's worth, I will have a couple dozen coming up probably next week. So thank you if you have supported my shop in the last couple of weeks, between Hokie Bags, between special yarn colors for my aunt, between birthday sales and all of the things. I'm so grateful. And the last thing I want to show you, speaking of birthday, is I dyed a colorway live on Instagram a few days ago for my birthday. Turned 40 on Tuesday. And so here is the color. Now, it's gorgeous. There is a name. I think we're going to go with Starstruck. I think that's what I say we. It's the royal we. I think it's what y'all decided on Instagram. But it's this really pretty, pale, kind of lavendery color background, lilac, but like a bright purple, not like a dusty purple. It's a brighter light purple. Is that the right description? So like, it's not a dusty lavender where it's like a gray light purple. It's more of a blue light purple. So I don't know if that helps out at all. But it's got all of these little swaths of teal and yellow and blue and pink, kind of on that lavendery base. And then some speckles of bright blue and pink. And it's called Starstruck. So as soon as I can get these rewound and get all of the sets photographed properly, I will put these in the shop. I don't know if I'll do an announcement or they'll just show up or what. I'm not sure. So just keep your eyes out. If you don't see them or, you know, whatever, hopefully I can recreate this color because it's gorgeous. I did write down the recipe. But you know, even sometimes you write down the recipe and you can't recreate it. I'm gonna do my best. Hopefully we can, because it's just such a happy, it's a color on a day when everyone needed a distraction, and there were like 75 of you guys or more at sometimes watching that video, and it was just so fun. It was really, really fun to make this with you guys. So Starstruck will be in the shop soon. And I think that might be it. You'll notice I'm not doing a lot of knitting with Suburban Stitcher yarn, which is a little strange, but it's also, I feel like my brain has needed a complete like stop from anything that felt remotely like an obligation, because inevitably I do so many shows and events and sending trunk shows and things that if I'm knitting with my yarn, it goes off to be a sample, which is awesome, but there's this hidden pressure to finish, for it to be right, to be the right colors, to be perfect, and I just can't handle that right now. So that's the thing I'm releasing, and I'm knitting Spin Cycle Colorwork sweaters apparently. That's my coping mechanism. Yes. Okay. There will be other snippets of videos here and there. Hopefully, maybe there's just one or two, but hopefully it's a few more than one or two. And yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, stay away from people, and I love you. Thank y'all.